all right. So here we are. My name is John. Here we are with Sounds Good Homie Podcast. And I am here with the Gallia County Commissioner candidate, Stephen McDaniel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Oh, well, I'm glad to have you here. This is a big moment for me, especially. And so let's just start out, very easy. Like, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
My name is Steve McDaniel, like you said. I'm 37 years old. I'm been a Gallia County resident for 8 years. I was a Meigs County resident for 25 years before that.
Wow.
I was born in California. I lived there for 5 years. Don't hold it against me. I'm a veteran, a patriot. I'm a power plant worker. I'm a father, a husband, a born-again man of God. And I love my county. I love where I live.
Great. Glad to hear it. So tell us a little bit about, what got you into politics and what does a commissioner actually do?
That's a good question, man. A lot of people on the campaign trail ask me what has got me into politics, and I stop them right there. I'm not a politician. That's what's got me into politics. Politicians have actually gotten me into politics because politicians have been our problem. I think we don't have enough regular guys in leadership. We need people that are part of the community, are part of the everyday, that have kids, have a family, have a future, or want a future in the county to become leaderships, to apply for or try for leadership positions in the county. We have to work for the entirety of the people, and I think in our county we've seen that's went away, and there's been a lot of favorism going on in our leadership for a long time, and I plan to stop that.
We definitely need some fresh blood.
Yeah.
I think everybody would agree with that, and I think that's very important. It's not bad that you have somebody in your county or something who's not of an older age or anything, but it's if you don't move on, and if you don't try something new, you're not going to go anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so what the big question that I have is what is your plan?
To hit on what you said about fresh blood, it's absolutely true. We have to have somebody in there that's not doing things the way they've been done just because that's the way they've been done. We have to do things differently. Our county, Gallia County, for the last 30 plus years has looked the exact same. There's been no big changes to our county. There's been no big businesses brought in, no commercial, no industry, no shopping, no restaurants. Nothing's been brought into this county for 30 plus years.
Right.
Why? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. When we go to the ballot box, when we consider this commissioner race, why has nothing changed for 30 years? And are we going to vote for more of the same, or are we going to vote for somebody that wants to see change? And that's part of my agenda. This is a multifaceted race position that I'm going for. There's a lot of things that need done that haven't been done, and a big part of that, excuse me, is to bring in new business, to be inviting to new industrial and commercial businesses to bring a populace back to our area.
I gotcha. Yeah, and I think a lot of people might say that they prefer the family-owned businesses and stuff, and that's fine and everything, but if you don't have a big commercial business, nobody really is making all that much money. You know what I mean? It's fine, and I've always enjoyed working with small family businesses and stuff, but there are jobs that are needed, and for a small business like that, you can't really just hire 100 people and expect everything to be okay, and so what got you? What got you into it?
Let's hit back on the small business thing, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I am absolutely about small business. If you check out my Facebook page, Stephen McDaniel, for Gallia County Commissioner, I do Small Business Saturdays. Small businesses are what keep our county our home. The places that we can go to and everybody knows your name. Like Cheers. Everybody knows your name at Poppy's, at Zach and Scotty's, at Courtside, at Odell's, at these different Mitch's Flower. They all know you, and that's important. But Small business cannot sustain small business. If we want to keep these small businesses up and running and we want to see them prosper, we've got to bring in higher paying, better paying jobs so that money can be spent at these small businesses. You can't work at Poppy's and buy a purse from River City Leather. You can't afford these things. That's not, and you can't expect Poppy's to pay you $25 an hour. That kind of stuff doesn't happen with small business. Right. That stuff happens with industrial and commercialized businesses.
Yeah, those kind of businesses are more for friends and family and enjoying time together. And then you gotta strap your boots on and then go to work, wherever it is, commercialized business. I heard you guys talking earlier about a Lowe's.
That's a hot topic, man. Everyone I talk to on the campaign trail, they ask why we don't have one, and 3/4 of them answer the same question when they ask it. They know why we don't have one. The rumor is, and I don't know for sure. I don't know how we're going to do this, but I know that I'm not going to say no to one. If one wants to come around our area, the answer is not no. The answer is okay. Let's sort this out. Let's figure out exactly what we need to do to get you here, and put you in the correct position to prosper the county and also protect the small businesses. You work at one of the small businesses that could possibly be affected by that, and I don't want to see them go anywhere. I love going down there, absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
But that place, we can't continue to sustain our county on that. We have to,
Right.
Back in the 80s and 90s, sure. Now we have to get with the times and change things.
Yeah.
In order to keep going and thrive as a Gallia County.
I mean, as time changes, we all have to change with it.
Right.
I guess I'm very interested in knowing just like your whole story, to be honest. It's hard to explain. I want to know how you really got into everything about it.
That's good too, man. My family, like I said, I have 2 kids. I got a little girl, Stevie. She's 5, and Sutton is 10. And myself, I'm 38. My wife's 34. 37. I'm pushing myself older every day. I always say I'm 40. I call myself 40 because it's 3 years. What's 3 years?
It's creeping up.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming fast, man. But I work at Gavin, and I, from all indication and everything that we see and hear, I won't be able to retire from there. So I'll have to find another job before I'm 50. Not because I won't work there, but because it won't be there. That's not for sure. That's not guaranteed. Tons of things could happen. But we can't bank on the chance that it would be there. We have to fix that. And my kids, I want to see them have a future. The first decision that a high schooler makes after they graduate shouldn't and doesn't have to be, where am I going to go to find a job? I'm going to have to leave my home, my hometown where I grew up, because mom or dad works at the hospital or at the power plant or at one of these bigger paying jobs,
right.
But there's no more room there for me. I've got to move away to find a job, and there's no reason that has to be the case. We can fix this thing. We can change the trajectory of our county, so that's not the first decision they have to make anymore. My kids, I don't want them to have to leave if they don't want to. If they want to stick around, I want there to be opportunity here for them.
And that is one thing that, everybody says that as soon as you get out of high school, everything changes. People just, go everywhere,
You're right.
And a lot of people are like, man, I want to leave this town, or there's nothing here for me. There's something here for you, And if it even is a new Lowe's or something,
right.
They're starting out, you got to start somewhere,
right.
Really.
No, you're right, man. I can't... I say all this stuff, and I want things, we live in that fast food society where we want things done right now, but I understand that when I win this election, when the people elect me, it's going to take some time to change what's been going on for 30 and 40 years. It don't just change overnight. It's like turning a train on the tracks, you got to gradually get it back around to where we can prosper as a county.
Right, definitely. And I guess more is what all are you planning? It takes some time, but what is your first ideas?
When I'm elected, it'll take me a few months to learn the job. It'll take me a few months to iron out the details, to find out exactly what it is we do, what it is we're capable of doing, the connections we have, who we can talk to, where we can go, the land that Gallia County has available. I want to invest in our infrastructure. I want to, and again, I don't know how this looks or what this is going to look like, but If Gallia County owns 25 acres of land, we need to get that with 3-phase power, sewer, water, gas, everything, and get it ready for the next business that comes around looking for a place to park. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that we could have been ready for Nucor. That's a huge plant. But we can be ready for something, for the next one that comes by and says, okay, where am I going to put my new business? We say, right here. We're going to put it right here. Look what Gallia County has for you. Right here, ready to go. Come here, please. We're going to be inviting to new businesses. So I'm going to learn the job. I'm going to learn the details of the job. And then I'm going to work. And then connections, man. Connections with community leaders and leadership that we have in our community. And you know, talking to the guys that's been in it for a while. The ones that know about that. You know, getting a hold of our state representatives and finding out, you know, how do we get the wheels turning on industrial and commercial businesses in our area? How do we invite? Who do I got to talk to invite the next business to Gallia County that's going to employ future generations and generations right now?
Right. And you know, like I love our little town, Gallipolis. You know, Gallia County is a big stretch.
It's big. Yeah,
you know, it's a good size. You know, and I love thinking of opportunity. You know, and that's why I like the idea of like somebody new coming in. You know, instead of having, not that like any people have been in it for a long time are bad or anything, but I like the new ideas. And if you go through any small town, it doesn't matter where it is, you'll see empty buildings, anything like that. That right there, that's opportunity.
Yes, you know? Exactly. You know, and like you said, you know, it's not bad that the older generation is in there leading, but what's bad is a job, a politician, a county leader, an elected leader should not make a career out of that. That is a spot to be there for a few years. Then you go back off to do whatever it is you was doing before, or find something else to do. You can't stay in these positions for lifetime. You know, that would, if we could get term limits and age limits on our leadership from
a president.
Well, I don't know about those. I don't think the president has an age limit.
But we need
term. Yes, if we could get that from federal level all the way down to local elections, we would solve half the problems that we have in this country right now. It would be absolutely wonderful. And then we just keep going from there and remove lobbyists and remove, you know, all these people that come in for big pharma and oil and all this stuff and take and give vacations and cars and whatever else they give. You know how it is, man. You know the corruption that's going on. You know. It's from federal level all the way to county level, man. We've got to fix this, man. We've got to fix it.
If it's one person in there for a lifetime, nothing will change.
Nothing.
They'll just keep on the same thing that they're doing and be like, hey, it's working for a mini, like an amount.
Right, for a select few, it's working just fine. You know, that's not... And that's, you know, when I get in there, I don't mean to cut you off, but when I get in there, I'm going to work for everybody. I'm going to work for the entire county. You know, I'm going to work for the man that makes $20,000 or the man that makes $120,000. They're equal in my eyes. There is no favoritism, no nepotism. No one's going to get preferential treatment. When we have a job that needs done, everybody's going to turn in their bid, and everybody's going to get scrutinized the same way. You know, well, you know, why is it this much? Why are you doing this? We're going to look at credentials. Everyone's going to have the same opportunity. It's going to be equal across the board when I get in there.
And I think that's good. I think that'll be good for even younger people. You know, that'll be motivation. They'll be like, you know, if he can do it, then maybe I can do it.
Right.
You know, it just takes a little bit of, it takes work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes that work, and you're going to be a busy boy. But, like, you just got to get out there and do it. Yeah. And who knows, maybe things could be changed for greatness.
Right.
You know?
You know, the opportunity that we've missed in this county in the last 30 years is absolutely staggering. We could have had so much in here that would have brought us up. I don't want to see a commercialized county. I don't. But we have to do something because our populace is declining, continually declining. And when a populace declines in a county, everything declines in a county. When people are leaving in droves, like you said, I grew up in Meigs County, and it's similar. You know, the big difference is the power plants are right on that county line, and they give their tax money to Gallia, not Meigs. If Meigs had that tax money, you know, but them plants are at close to the end of their life. You know what I mean? They're on the last. They're already past their midlife crisis. They're on their way to the graveyard. You know what I mean? And when I was growing up in Meigs, that was what I always thought. I can't wait to get out of this town. There ain't nothing here. There ain't nothing here. We got to fix this. This is. It's not a. We might be able to, or we probably should. We have to. There's no other choice than to fix this.
Yeah, you're right. I definitely agree with that. I have a big question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting out in the county level, commissioner, do you ever plan on going farther than that?
That is it for now, man. There is no aspirations for a higher office at all. This is where I live, what I love. I love looking out my window and seeing rolling hills. I have no desire for Capitol Hill, not at all. No, this is it, man. If I want to be the first, I want to be the first independent county commissioner Gallia County's ever had, and break the mold and show, like you said, people, well, hey, if this guy can do it, because nobody knew my name 3 months ago. Nobody had a clue who I was, and I've got out and I've talked to people and I talked to everyone, and the support has just been fantastic, man. It's been pouring in. I've got supporters all over the county from each different end of the county. People are tired of the same old thing. They're tired of the politician elevating the party above the person. Right. When they get in there, it's all about the party, or the few individuals that got them in there, and we've got to stop that. That working for the elites of the county. I say elite lightly because we're in Gallia County, but working for the elites of the county, that's over with, man. That time is done. We've got to work. I'm gonna work for you just as hard as I work for every single person in this county.
That's great. I like that. I like the sound of that. And I think that's really important because starting out, you got to get used to it. Like you mentioned it earlier, like you got to get in there and figure out how everything works and everything.
You got to learn the game.
Yeah, I think starting out, I think you came up pretty fast. You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember the first time we met was at a gas station, and then now you know. Yeah. And it's great to see. I've talked to a lot of people who say that they are voting for you. Right. Me and my girlfriend, we were driving up 218 here just the other day, and we saw signs all the way up through there. Right. And I think that's great. I'm glad to see that somebody else is running for it. Right.
And gaining traction, not just running. I'm not just, he doesn't have a chance guy anymore, because when I started, it was like, independence, hey, that ain't ever going to happen. That's not, you don't have a chance. And now I've heard that one time in 2 months, and that was from somebody that really hadn't heard of me. You're running as an independent. You'll have a hard race ahead of you. Everyone else I talk to, they're like, well, you're really gaining ground. You're really getting signs out there. Right. And that's the thing. I don't want to be overbearing. I don't want to put too many of those signs out. I don't want to, but enough to where people can see. And I think I've almost reached that climax of enough signs. You know what I mean? Because you could probably hardly talk to anybody who hasn't at least seen one. Yeah. And if they've seen one, that's enough. You know what I mean? I don't need to shove it down their throat. You know what I mean? I don't need to show.
If they see your name and somebody mentions it, they'll be like, man, I've seen that. Right. I've seen that name somewhere. Yeah. I've seen them all over, Patriot out there. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen a couple maybe towards Vinton, out 218, and Route 7.
160's got a few out there.
Your name's out there, and that's very important. Right. It's like advertising. It's advertising.
It is advertising.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's one thing that we need to figure out for small businesses in Gallia County is there have been many businesses that I've loved, that many people have loved, and they've gone downhill. Right. And I feel like maybe it might have been a lack of advertising.
It definitely is. You're right. There's been many that have opened and shut without me even knowing they were there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the. It's funny that you mentioned that. That's a good avenue that I haven't explored really. As far as to keep the small businesses alive. I don't know how. I'm sure there's a grant somewhere. There's some taxpayer money out there somewhere that would be good for small businesses or given to small businesses if we could get them. I don't know how that's going to work out, but the advertisement, man, the advertisement's so important. I've mentioned Poppies to people, coffee shop, and they have no idea who it is. You know what I mean? They don't have the slightest clue. Oh, I've never been there. I don't know. Where's that at? And that's nuts because that's a staple or becoming a staple. Zach and Scotty's the same way. Yeah. They may have heard of it or maybe they don't know where it's at. Just different things.
Court Street right there. It's a nice little area.
It sure is.
And
it's a busy. It's our busy district. You know what I mean? That's our busy county district right there. And the way we bring that up as well with advertising is good and better paying jobs in this area. Commercialized jobs, industrial jobs. Because the one that makes $30 an hour, they're going to spend that money somewhere. You know what I mean? They're going to spend it somewhere, and they're going to spend it at our small businesses. I guarantee it. I guarantee you'll see the uptick in small business revenue when we get industrial and commercialized jobs in this area.
Yeah. We won't take too much time after this, but I have one question for you.
Yes, sir.
And I've been
don't make it too hard now.
Well, I've been waiting for this podcast for a long time and wanted to talk to you.
I'm excited about it too.
And I was thinking about this. Actually, it may have been just like today or something. And I was like, a lot of people, they listen to like podcasts and stuff like that, and they listen to what the candidate or whoever, what they have to say. So, on your point of view, what makes you vote for a commissioner?
Transparency, honesty, to know where they come from, why they're doing it, what their agenda is. Yeah. We look back throughout and even this current race, if you look at the candidates for everyone, you need to find out what their agenda is. Learn the candidate. Don't be the ignorant voter that votes for the sign they see on the way in.
Right.
Be the one that learns about the candidate, because that's got us in hot water and trouble for 50 years. We vote for the TV ad we see real quick, or we vote for the sign. Like I said, the signs, the most signs get the most votes, and we've got to stop that. That's got us in hot water. That's led us to the mess that we're in, from federal to state to local. We can't do that anymore.
That's like TV or radio or something. Like, oh, you make it sound good, so I'm gonna vote for you, but I know nothing about you, and you could be like the worst.
And we can do that. It's harder to do at the state level. Absolutely. I mean, you can do digging and find stuff on your state representatives and governor and things like that. But at the local level, come talk to me. I'm available. 740-416-9167. Call me. Text me.
Awesome.
Please don't go crazy with it. But, call me. Find it. Hey, Steve, I heard you was running for county commissioner. What do you want to do? What's going on? What's the plan? Why are you running? All these questions that you just asked me. If anybody catches the very tail end of this, call me. Ask me, man. I'm open. I live in town. You've probably seen me out. You know what I mean? And if you see me, stop and talk to me. I've told my wife, I said, honey, this is going to be my life for the next 2.5 months at least. We're going to politic about, I hate to say politic, but we're going to campaign everywhere we go. We went to Twisted Vine Winery. That's it, right? Twisted Vine. Yeah,
great place.
It was awesome, man. It was fantastic. First time we'd ever been out there. The owners were great. Welcoming. They had the wood-fired pizza. Joey D and the Dub V's was out there playing, singing. Met all kinds of people. Politic for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? My wife's like rolling her. I'm like, I'm sorry. People asking me questions. I'm here for them. That's the transparency that we need in the commissioner's office, and that's not going to stop once I get in there. That's going to continue on, man.
Yeah, you definitely have to be welcoming, and open.
Yeah, personable. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, I mean, you heard of Twisted Vine out there towards Patriot, out there in the boonies, no cell phone service at all.
That's awesome.
Beautiful place, yes, amazing. Their porch and everything, gorgeous. Definitely go out there.
The pond and the fountain. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, man. We'll definitely be repeat offenders. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, we go out there a couple times a month. Right. It's awesome.
Great place.
And well, we can leave it at that. Okay. I think you got a lot of your views out and everything. Definitely. I hope a lot of people listen to this, and if they want more, we can do more.
Definitely.
And I don't even know what to say after that. I think we did well. I think that if anybody out there has questions, Steve, you even gave your phone number.
I'm available, guys. I really am. Yep.
If anybody would want to talk to me, I'm available as well. Right. And let's see what we can do for a new future of Gallia County.
I agree 100%. Thank you, man.
Oh, and don't forget that this is James Mary and the Parts Supply. This is their new single they just let out. It is on Apple Music, and it is Work or War. It is also on Spotify. There's several platforms. You can probably find it on YouTube and everything. and it is great. They are a local band around here, and if you want to, September 3rd, they will be in Huntington. And I don't actually know the schedule for that, but they will be September 3rd in Huntington.